Hi there, I'm Larissa from Erlkis, which of course stands for English Resource Lab, keeping it simple. In this video, I want to talk about two words, and the two words are definite versus definitive. Which one do you use? Before I get into it, let me just share something with you. I have a bag of popcorn. I love popcorn. Do you? Do you eat popcorn? I love it. I'm very definite about the type of snack food that I eat. I don't think popcorn's too bad. I'm very definitive about popcorn. Do we say definite or do we say definitive? Well, guess what? I'm not going to answer that right now. I'm going to leave that towards the end of the video. In fact, I'm going to let you work out whether I should say definite popcorn or definitive. I'm definite about popcorn or I'm definitive about popcorn. What I'm going to do is give you a couple of examples, and then at the end, and of course the definition, and then at the end we'll have a look at some common collocations. Not all of the collocations because there are so many, but we'll have a look at the most common that we use with definitive and the most common with definite. But for now, I want you to meet Stan. He's the first of our examples. Stan is not very happy. This is Stan. Stan wanted to buy a new car. He's been looking for a while. He was definite about the silver car, so he bought it. However, about a year later, something terrible happened. The gearbox failed. So he called up the car dealership where he had bought it from. He's having a little bit of trouble. They're questioning the warranty. He is still waiting for a definitive answer with regard to warranty. If we look at both sentences, starting with the first one, he was definite about the silver car. In this sentence, we're talking about being definite about an idea, which is a very abstract thing. It's a concept. So Stan was definite about his idea of what he wanted. So it's relating to the way he felt about it, maybe based on his research, maybe based on aesthetics, colour, maybe size. He has his own criteria on which he bases that decision. Whereas in the second sentence, after he called the dealership, that's a completely different story. We say definitive here because what he's waiting on is a final answer. So we use definitive when we talk about authority. He's waiting for a final answer. In other words, the decision can't be changed. And so the company will look at their policy, they will probably look at a number of things. But whatever the decision will be final. When we say definite as an adverb, it often can mean yes.
Are you going to the barbecue on Saturday?
Definitely. But more so, we use definite when we're talking about a plan, an idea, a concept. If we look at a continuum, we can see at the first point, we're talking about definite things. We have a rock solid idea about something. It's not ambiguous. It's unambiguous. It's very clear. We have made a decision on something. Now, if I say I'm definitely going to the barbecue on Saturday, yeah, I'm going. But if it rains, or hails, in the worst case scenario, because it's outside, then no, I'm going to change my mind. So when we talk about being definite, we're not just talking about being definite about actions, we're talking about being definite about concepts, about things that are abstract. So we use definite. But when we talk about definitive, we're talking about something that is absolutely rock solid and final. In other words, when something is definitive, it goes further than being definite. It means the decision cannot be changed. It's final. We often associate definitive with rules, with law, with going to court, for example, with policies, with research, with studies, things that are very evidential, that you can't dispute. Let's have a look at our second example. Example number 2. Meet Kate. This is Kate and her children. Her eldest daughter is about to start school, and she's a little concerned whether in fact her daughter can start school because Kate has definite ideas about vaccinating her children. She doesn't believe in vaccination, but she's finding because given she doesn't believe in vaccination means that she probably won't be able to enrol her daughter into a school. The school has a definitive policy around children who aren't vaccinated. Now, in the first sentence, we use definite because we're talking about Kate's ideas. It's about her feelings on something. She is not going to vaccinate her children. She's very definite about that, so that is her decision. In the second sentence, however, when we say the school has a definitive policy, well, we can say the school is definite about not enrolling her children. However, their decision is final. It's based on authority. So now let's have a look at some collocations, typical collocations that we use with definitive and then with definite. So with definitive, we can say, for example, this is a very definitive agreement. It's a definitive conclusion. It's a definitive diagnosis. The doctor has given Betty a definitive diagnosis. That's very definitive evidence. A definitive ruling. The court has given a definitive ruling. That's a definitive study. Can't dispute the facts. Now, when we talk about definite, the typical collocations we might say would be, she has a definite advantage over the others. I have a definite answer about that. That's a definite conclusion. Oh, I have a definite feeling about that, or a definite idea. Oh, that's a definite plan. And that's a definite sign. So there we have some typical collocations with both definitive and definite. So let's come back to our popcorn. So what do we think? Am I definite about popcorn or am I definitive about popcorn? Hey, I'm definite about popcorn. I can't be definitive. I can change my mind. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it and you haven't subscribed, then definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, because I have loads of topics I want to talk about and upload, as I usually do. So on that note, thanks for watching. I'm Larissa. Bye for now. So what I'd like to do first off is introduce you to Stan. So the first thing I'd like to do, we're going to obviously talk about the two words, we're going to look at some examples, and at the end of the video I'll give you some collocations that we use with both definite and with definitive. So to begin with, let's have a look at Stan. Let's meet Stan. This is Stan. Stan isn't a happy chappy. I might do that again.